You know what really bothered me? First of all, shout out to the Detroit Lions. And I see y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions all week long had to hear how Aaron Rodgers was a bad man and how the entire NFL, they said 76% of the media picked the Detroit Lions. Well, shout out to Rex Ryan. Shout out to Coach Dungy. And shout out to America, because America picked the Detroit Lions to win yesterday's game. And when I tell y'all, I've been watching this game for over 25 years, this team. I have been talking on YouTube for almost 6, and I have never, Skip Bayless as well, I have never felt like I felt right now. And I'm talking about drafting Calvin Johnson, drafting when we went to the playoffs in 2011, when we got there in 2014, when we got there in 2016. I have never felt like I feel right now. I am ready for the season to start today. But we had to hear about how Aaron Rodgers yesterday, even Mike Tirico made it about Aaron Rodgers yesterday, which told me that NBC made it about Aaron Rodgers. Even today, we've had analysts that had to force the Detroit Lions on the conversation because the national media, they want to pat us on the back, but this is about Aaron Rodgers. Once again, about Aaron Rodgers. What's up, Antoine? Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. The Detroit Lions did something yesterday that we haven't seen in a long time. Y'all like how we came full circle? Yesterday was our full circle moment. Bob Quinn in 2017 said 9-7 was our record and we couldn't beat the good teams. Well, now 9-8 is our record and we're beating the good teams. Full circle moment there. Dan Campbell got in front of the media. Man, okay, you know what we did yesterday? We won over America. We got a chance to be seen. Remember, y'all, the Detroit Lions were the only team in the NFL in 2022 that did not have a primetime game. And guess what? We did not disappoint yesterday. We got on that live with the bright lights in Lambeau Field in January in the cold with the Packers for everything to play for. And you know what we heard? The Lions. If I hear this quote again, I'm going to lose my mind. We had nothing to play for. Quote unquote, nothing to play for. But the real ones knew we had everything to play for. We didn't have a playoff spot to play for, but this is bigger than the playoffs. That's why I told y'all yesterday, the NFL was not ready to see the Detroit Lions in the playoffs. Now, what do you mean? What do you mean, Derek? It's not our time. They intentionally held us back via the Seattle game. Yeah, we could have won games. Yeah, Dan Campbell could have made better play calls early in the season. Yeah, one more bounce and we go into the playoffs. You know why? Because our dominance is being established right now. This is not overnight, y'all. This has happened from clowning Dan Campbell with the kneecap speech, not winning a game for 13 weeks. Do you remember they wanted to clown us when we won our first game? They celebrated like they won something. Your Detroit Lions ended the season 3-3. What did they do? Rough patch. They came out and almost was the second team in NFL history to make it to the playoffs after starting 1-6 with an extra game, but it didn't happen. And that's okay. Because this season, yesterday's game was much bigger than a first-round playoff exit potentially, or just making it to the playoffs. I see the bigger picture now. We got more love than 50% of the teams in there. So the Seattle Seahawks being there? No. Well, I mean, they got their way in there, but are they playing good football? Not really. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got no business being in the playoffs, but they win in a bad division. We're better than 50% of the playoff teams. The Jets started off strong. They fell off. The Washington Commanders won 5 in a row. They fell off. The NFL said, and guess what I saw today? I saw somebody say They mentioned the word Super Bowl and Detroit Lions. Mr. Poole says, I saw a guy say Lions had nothing to play for other than being poor sports and ruining a team's season? Hey, that ain't disrespectful, Mr. Poole. He just an idiot. He just is an idiot. It is so much good to take away from not making it to the playoffs. And you know what I'm most proud of about this team is the fact that we played to win. We're going to look at that play later in this show. The Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson play call on third down and 17 that set up the fourth down. I have never felt more proud. We got on a national stage for the first time this year as the last game of the season, and we did not disappoint. We slayed the giant. Now, when you look back on the season, what do you see? You see we were almost there. We almost beat the Bills. And not like, it was like a fortune thing. We were handling a lot of these teams. We fought our way back for a lot of these teams. It's the ones that we completely laid an egg with that make the difference. I am so proud of this team and the respect that you have to give them after yesterday's performance. This is not about Aaron Rodgers. This is not about did you know that the Detroit Lions, did you know in their last 30 meetings before yesterday, they were 3-27, and all they kept showing during the Rams-Seahawks broadcast was how the Lions were 3-27 since 1990-something in Lambeau Field. That's all they kept talking about. And we came out and we did what we needed to do. I'm proud of this team. I did say in the middle of the season when they traded TJ Hawkinson that if we did not win next year, I wanted them fired. Those are gone. They shut me up real quick. But I have never wavered. Never wavered. And I saw something I want to talk about as well. But listen, we have been going through, I really, truly believe that what we witnessed this season was the official culture change. We got a lot more to talk about too, but that'll be this segment. The Detroit Lions. Augusta says it the best. Greetings from the planet of Detroit and the brand new Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now noticing the brand new Lions.